Track 15.
For me, the master of using props in a presentation would have to be Apple's Steve Jobs. I remember when Apple introduced the MacBook Air as the world's thinnest notebook computer. Steve said it was so thin you could put it in an ordinary office envelope. The audience laughed, so he went to the side of the stage, picked up an office envelope, and proceeded to open it. And inside, sure enough, there it was, the MacBook Air. Thin as a company report. Just brilliant.
Yeah, I remember that speech. Have any of you ever heard of a conference called the TED Conference? No? Fantastic event. It's business, science, and technology mostly. In fact, you can watch some of the speeches online if you want to. Anyway, one year there was this brain scientist called Jill Bolte Taylor talking about what it feels like to be actually having a stroke because she'd had one herself. And suddenly, someone brings on a human brain in a jar of fluid, a real one, and she takes it out and starts talking about it. And you can hear the effect it has on the audience, but she certainly got everyone's attention.
Oh, sounds gross to me. The best use of a prop I've seen is probably when John Chambers, the CEO of Cisco, was presenting a new experimental version of the telepresence system. Telepresence is this really advanced teleconferencing system. And the new version will mean that people in different parts of the world will all be able to attend the same meeting as holograms. Yeah, I know it sounds like science fiction, but that's exactly what he did. He actually invited 2 colleagues on stage with him, and they were 3D holograms. It was like something out of Star Trek.
Yeah, I've seen that presentation on video. It's pretty cool. But going back to Steve Jobs for a minute, he's given so many great presentations. But my favorite is the one where he introduced the first iPod Nano back in 2005. Remember? He'd been talking about the iPod and the iPod Mini and how well they fit in your standard pocket. Then the camera zooms in on him and he points to that little pocket jeans have inside the main pocket. You know the one. And he asks the audience, "Ever wondered what this pocket is for?" And everybody laughs because, they're thinking, yeah, what is that pocket for? And then Jobs takes the Nano out of that pocket and says, "Well, now we know." Pure genius.